following video explains how you can mark paperlessly in Peel's Office 365 deployment. If you can type faster than you can write, paperless marking may be for you. In this example, a teacher posts to the newsfeed of their class site instructions about an upcoming recipe assignment. The assignment should be based on success criteria they worked on as a class, and it should be edited by 2 other students before being handed in to the class Dropbox. One of these students can edit for style and format, and the other can check based on the success criteria. You may notice down in the course resources section, the teacher has already put in a copy of the recipe success criteria typed into a simple Word document into that document library. Before posting, the teacher clicks on the 3 dots or the ellipses beside the Word file in the document area. From here, the document can be edited, shared, or followed, but the teacher will choose to copy the embed code either using a keyboard shortcut or by using the right click as shown here. Embedding the link into the newsfeed post makes it easy for students to access the file with one click. Now, when one of the teacher's students, in this case Irma Fuller, logs in and checks her newsfeed, she can see her teacher's post as she has chosen to follow the teacher's class site, and she can hit preview to take a look at the attached success criteria. Here she hits full screen and then selects and copies the text she may want to include in her own document using Control-C. Here she'll move into her own OneDrive file storage area to start writing her assignment, first giving it a name that she can remember, although it's worth noting that she can search for it later. Once she's in Word Online, she finds that things work much like the desktop version of Word. For instance, any kind of spelling mistake can be fixed with a right click. Also, many of the familiar formatting tools work as expected, only now things can be much more collaborative, and co-authoring is now a reality. Once she's completed a recipe assignment, she remembers to paste the success criteria to the bottom of her work using Control-V. Now she's ready to share her document for feedback with her friends by hitting Share. By typing in her 2 friends, Shauna and Brad's first and last names, she can add them, remembering to give them added access. She also includes a gentle reminder on the bottom. When she's finally ready, she hits Share. When her reviewer, Shauna, logs into Office 365 and checks her email, as shown here by hitting Outlook, she sees a message from Irma with instructions and a link to a recipe assignment. When she clicks on the file and hits Edit, and then Edit in Word Online, by pressing Review and New Comment, selecting text, and then typing the comment in the box, and hitting Post, Shauna or any other student the document is shared with can add simple comments all the way up to descriptive feedback. It's worth noting that Shauna could make these changes herself to the document and even simultaneously co-author like in Google Docs, but in this case Irma just wants feedback from her 2 friends, so Shauna will just add commentary. Once Irma logs into Office 365 again, she can see at the very top of her newsfeed that her friend Shauna added something to her document that she chose to follow. When she hits the link, she can hit Review and then Show All the Comments to see the comments that her friends have made. Now what she can do is highlight each comment and respond to it via reply if she would like to, or act on it and make the changes in the actual document. In this way, a student could actually have a mini conversation inside of their document with multiple people, and a document can go through multiple revisions before handing it in to a teacher. In a traditional assignment, documents that are handed into the teacher are realistically only seen by 2 people, the document author and by the person marking it, the teacher. In a situation like this, because the student is handing it to multiple people, the student may work harder on it as they know their audience is suddenly larger and their audience consists of their friends. Documents can also become much more rich if pictures are included, especially those taken by the student on a personal device. Now that editing is complete, the student is going to save a local copy of the file. So they'll hit File, Save As, and then Download. Now that we're back inside the class site, in every class site there's an assignment drop box. By hitting Browse, a student can select where they remember they saved the file, and then attach it by hitting the Upload button. Once the Upload button is hit, the student can no longer have access to the file, only the teacher can. Now it's the teacher's turn to mark the assignment. When the teacher logs back into the class site, you'll see the teacher has a small button that says My Dropbox that students do not have access to. Once inside of a Dropbox, you can see any assignments that students submit, and assignments are automatically tagged with a student's student number. By hitting an assignment, we can enter it. By hitting Edit in Word Online and then the Review tab, a teacher can see any comments that have been made to the file, and more importantly, get a clear indication of how the document has evolved over time in relation to comments made by prospective students. When the teacher decides to add some final commentary or perhaps evaluate the work, he or she can use familiar tools inside of Word like changing text color, highlighting, and adding any further evaluative text. When the teacher is ready to hand it back to the student, they can hit the Share button. Here the teacher has the option of either entering the student number or in this case the student's first and last name for the system to find the student. The teacher should also make the effort to switch Can Edit to Can View, as we don't want students to be able to edit the teacher's final evaluative commentary. When everything is ready, a teacher can add in a final last word that will be included on the email, and then finally hit the Share button. That way, a teacher has a copy of the document that he or she can keep for further records. And the student, once they check their Outlook, sees that they have an email message from the teacher containing a read-only link to the assignment that they handed in, containing the original commentary and the teacher's final evaluation. Thank you.